enough picture. This girl's gonna be better than the last four. Okay, one more now. Now smile away, granddad. Yeah. All right.
Daddy.
Give me the candy, give me the candy.
Daddy. Jeanette, what are you still doing up? You're supposed to be in bed a half hour ago.
Can't I stay up?
No. The head of Brinks and the Reverend are coming over to discuss church business.
Graham said it was all right.
Graham said it was all right.
Look at this adorable picture. Look at that face. Look at that smile. Her personality shines right through the picture.
What is she doing eating candy?
What candy?
Right here in the picture. Daddy, you know she's not supposed to have candy before she goes to bed. You're spoiling her.
Thelma, I'm her grandfather. It's my job to spoil her.
You're her foster grandfather. She's going back to her real aunt and uncle in 3 weeks.
Good. That means I got 3 weeks to spoil her rotten. Let them try to turn her into a decent human being.
I'll get it.
This is time to take a picture with Jeanette. Who wants to go first?
Daddy, put those flash bulbs away. You're fading the furniture.
Oh, come here, darling. You're to me, you hug and a kiss. Man, has she grown.
You mean since Sunday?
Jeanette, come on. It's time to go to bed.
But I'm not sleepy.
Oh, Thelma, we hardly ever get to see our little pumpkin.
Look what your Auntie Cassietta has in her purse for you.
Hey, I have a hard and fast rule in this house. No candy before bedtime. But if she's staying up, it isn't bedtime.
I'll take it.
So, how are we making out with the fundraising appeal?
Well, we did a huge mailing and the church should be packed.
We get a greater response than ever.
How's your speech coming, Reverend?
Oh, I'd like to try it out on you. I don't like to brag, but I'd say it's as good as anything I've ever done.
That's what I was afraid of.
I'm sure it's brilliant.
Well, I don't know if it's brilliant.
Oh, I doubt it's brilliant, but we have to listen to it.
Reverend, let's hear your speech.
All right. Friends,
Hold it. You're not wearing those shoes, are you?
yeah, why not?
They look new.
They are new.
Look, there's an old saying among fundraisers. When you're needy, look seedy.
Where was I? Oh, yes, friends, today I am sad. You remember the story of Nehemiah? How when he was in captivity, he inquired of a friend, how is Jerusalem?
Whoa. You expect to get money out of the congregation to talk about Nehemiah and Jerusalem? The only thing they're going to reach is for is their car keys. By the time you're halfway through, they'll be out in the parking lot burning rubber.
Daddy.
With all due respect, Reverend, you're just boring.
Oh!
Now, wait a minute. Maybe the deacon has a point here. I was trying to ease into it. Maybe I ought to light the fire a little earlier.
Right on. Go for it. No holler, no dollar.
Okay. How's this? Brothers and sisters, do we need a daycare center in our neighborhood? I say we need a daycare center. Now, I know your heart's in the right place today, but I'm worried about your hands. I need your hands to be in the right place, way down deep in your pocket. Now, we're not looking for pennies from heaven. I'm looking for a downpour of dollars. I'm talking flood here today. The Lord has put it on my heart to come to you today, brothers and sisters. So let us rise up and build that daycare center. Build, give, count on you, Deacon, to get the ball rolling with a donation of $50.
We'll make it 75.
That's quite an inspiring speech, Reverend. We'll go way over our with this one.
Can I help with the collection?
Oh, yes.
You know, that's a wonderful idea. We should have the children take the collection.
I can do it by myself.
Oh, what a trooper. You gotta love this kid.
We better be going, sister.
All right, you better be going to bed, miss. Come on, let's go. All right, that was wonderful. I feel good.
You got it.
What's next? Okay.
Oh, Reverend. That rousing speech you just gave, that was a dry run, wasn't it?
Of course.
So was my $100.
You did a great job, Reverend. Now let's see how much money we raised.
Frankly, I think I knocked their socks off, ecumenically speaking.
Let's see how we did. Look at that.
All right.
There's got to be at least $80 in that
I
one.
think there's even more in this one.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, now for Jeanette's. Get ready for some real money.
There's no money in her box. How strange. We put in $20. Sarah Banks put in 10. The other people in our row were putting in money. There must have been at least $100 in there.
And now there's no money in the box.
So what are you saying?
That there's no money in Jeanette's box.
So you're saying that somebody put money in the box, now there's no money in the box?
Well, yes.
That's done. I will not stand here and listen to wild accusations about my granddaughter.
Ernest!
Now, wait. Deacon, the sisters are just
So
trying
you're
to
on
say...
their side?
I'm not on anybody's side yet.
Yet? Did I hear you say yet?
Ernest, we are just trying to figure out how the money in Jeanette's box disappeared.
Disappeared? You mean like dipping her hands in the till?
Brother Fry, control yourself.
Control myself? How can I control myself when you're slandering the name of an innocent 9-year-old child?
Well, I'm sure that if you asked Jeanette, she'd have an explanation.
Don't you mean alibi? All right, listen good. Just because somebody put some money in my grandchild's box and when she came back the money was gone, you people have the nerve to call her a thief. Well, let me remind you that it was that sweet little child's idea to personally collect the money in the first place. In fact, she was willing to collect it all by herself. Think about that for a minute. Let me put that another way. They were like a pack of wolves. The headrings were chewing at my toes while the reverend was biting at my throat. He was worse to the bunch.
Well, I'm surprised the Reverend didn't jump to Jeanette's defense.
Well, he didn't.
Well, that does it. I'm through with that man. He's out of my life forever. I don't care if he comes crawling and begging on his hands and knees and say, Thelma, I love you. I need you. I can't live without you. Are you sure you heard him right?
Positive.
You better be, because look what I'm giving up.
But I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. I mean, why would she have to steal? I mean, anything she wants, she just have to ask us and we'd get it for her.
Besides, what's a 9-year-old child gonna spend that kind of money on?
Really?
Oh, these people.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you have fun at the movies?
It was scary, gory, gross, and I loved it. And then Miss Duncan took us shopping. And I bought something for you, Thelma. Here, open it.
Well, it's not my birthday or anything.
It's my way of saying thanks for making me happy.
Oh, thank you.
This kid kills me. Where's the camera? Hold it. Yay.
Oh,
I hope you like it.
oh, I love it. It's from you. Perfume. Just what I wanted. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
And you don't want to give her any candy.
Well, they left a price tag on Daddy.
Well, act like we don't see it.
I do see it. It's $120.
$120?
Yes.
Well, one thing they can't accuse her of is being cheap.
Daddy, I don't know how to say this.
Don't say it.
Yeah, but I was just thinking.
Don't think it, don't say it.
Daddy, but this perfume costs $120.
You ought to thank your lucky stars that you have a foster child that's independently wealthy. A lot of these orphans are broke.
Daddy, we have to deal with reality. After all, Jeanette's only been with us 4 weeks. I mean, we love her, but how much do we really know about her?
Look, Thelma, this kid hasn't had it easy. I mean, she's been knocking around from foster home to foster home. The minute I looked in her eyes, I could tell that she was straight as an arrow. Must I remind you that I'm a lawyer? I can just look at somebody and tell what they're thinking. That's not a nice thing to be thinking about your father.
Daddy, the money is gone.
Look, Thelma, there has to be at least a half dozen reasons why.
Yeah. Sure. 6, huh?
At least.
Now, how come I can't think of one?
Okay, somebody opened the church window. The wind blew the money out the back door.
Keep going, Daddy.
A pigeon flew in, picked the money up out of the collection box with his beak, took it back to his tree to feather his nest.
Give me another one.
The box had a hole in the bottom and the money fell out. The people walking around there right now with $40 or $50 in their cuffs and they don't even know. Oh, great. It's the church SWAT team.
Deacon, may we come in?
I assume you have a search warrant.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, honey. Hello, Thelma.
Hi.
Should I call Jeanette down or did you bring a bullhorn?
Nice to see you, Thelma.
Don't forget to read her rights.
Deacon, please. Now, we are all very fond of the child, but try to see our side of it. As much as it pains us to do this, we've got to find out what happened to that money.
And nothing would please us more than to find out that she didn't take the money.
Unless it was finding out that you did.
We're talking to a lawyer. You haven't established a motive. There's no witness. There's not a shred of physical evidence. And of course, I can find a half a dozen different reasons why the money's missing.
Oh, Daddy, not the one about the pigeon.
Okay, make it 5.
We talked to a lot of the people that were seated in that section. And according to what they told us, there must have been more than $100 in Jeanette's collection box.
Oh, sure. Now that the money's missing, everybody becomes Jerry Generous.
Have you talked to the child yet?
No, and I'm not going to.
Daddy!
Look, Thelma, I'm not cross-examining my granddaughter. Look, first of all, if you knew the law, you know that you never, and I repeat, never accuse anyone of anything unless you have rock-solid evidence.
Hi, everybody. Did Thomas have the perfume I bought her?
Perfume? Isn't that expensive?
You bet. See ya.
Sister, do you see what I see? I see a price tag for $120.
Well, how coincidental.
Daddy, I love her as much as you do, but I think we have to talk to her.
You know, Thelma's right. And we owe it to Jeanette to clear this thing up for the child's own good.
I'm not cross-examining my granddaughter.
It's not a cross-examination. Maybe you can ask her the sweet, gentle way the way I'm asking you now.
All right. Okay. I don't know why I let you talk me into this, but I'll do it. Bring in the accused.
Jeanette, may we see you a moment, sweetheart?
You've pushed me to the wall. Jeanette, sweetheart, have a seat. Did you steal the money from the church?
No.
Thank you. Can we get on with our lives?
That's it?
Well, maybe you'd like me to shine a light in her eyes while the Hedderbricks work her over with a rubber hose.
Look, Deacon, I just somehow got the impression that you would be just a tad more probing.
Still suspicious, huh? Jeanette! Oh, ye of little faith. Sit down, sweetheart. Were you telling the truth?
Yup.
Thank you. Need I say more?
Deacon, try looking at it from our point of view.
I'm not listening to any more of this. That's why I'm resigning as your deacon.
Deacon, there's no reason to be this irrational.
I'm not being irrational. I never thought it would come to this. Being driven out of the church my father founded.
Nobody's driving you out.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm not hanging around with a bunch of people that accuse a member of my family of being a thief.
That's my stapler, Deacon.
Sorry.
Look, honestly, I don't think this situation calls for your resignation.
Oh, excuse me, Reverend. Not now, we're busy. Look, Reverend, I should have resigned when this thing first started. But this is kind of important. Can't you say you're interrupting?
Well, I just want to leave this.
Well, just lay it on the table and go.
But before I do, I want
Just lay it on the table and go.
Oh, Deacon, please.
I can't tell you how pleased I am to get out of this nest of vipers.
Yeah. Hold that thought for a second. Excuse me, sir. Just what is it exactly that you're leaving?
Well, I just wanted to return the money that I stole from the collection box.
You stole the money?
Yes.
You stole the money?
Yes.
He stole the money.
Yes. When that little girl put down the collection box to pose for the picture, that's when I took the money. I'm sorry.
Thank you for being a thief.
I'm not really a thief. I mean, I don't go around robbing churches.
But you did rob this one, right?
Yes.
The man's a saint.
Before we build a statue in his honor, Deacon, I'd like to have a few words with the man. Would you mind waiting outside, sir?
I'm sorry, Reverend. I was a little down on my luck, and I'd lost my job. That's why I took the money.
Oh, look, no excuses necessary. I love this guy. Look, here's a little reward till you get back on your feet.
Boy, what a church.
I hope to see you in church Sunday, okay?
Ooh.
And thanks again for stealing that money.
You're welcome.
$120 for perfume. How coincidental. When today brought her box back, it was empty. We're very fond of a child, but try to look at it our way.
All right. All right. I'll be the first one to admit that you have taught us all a valuable lesson in faith.
So true, so true.
Well, I also hope that you've learned the valuable lesson of trust and pointing the finger of suspicion at innocent children. The most important thing in the world is to have faith and trust in our children. Because they're our future. Oh, yeah. There was one more valuable lesson to be learned. Far more important than that. I am never wrong.
Don't go away. Amen. I'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you.
Daddy?
Not now, Thelma. I'm teaching her how to play gin.
Daddy, did you ask her where she got the money from?
No.
Then I will.
All right, ask her.
I'm the mother. Jeanette, you've been with us for a month now, and you get $1 a week allowance, and you bought me a very expensive bottle of perfume, which I love you for. The reason I know it's so expensive is because you forgot to take the price tag off.
I didn't forget.
Huh?
When I spend $120 on somebody, I want them to know it.
Oh, well, I'm not trying to be nosy or anything, but just out of curiosity, where did you get the money from?
I've been saving it since I was a little kid. It's my runaway money.
What you mean runaway money?
Well, when they keep putting you in foster homes, you don't know when you're going to have to run away.
So you mean it was like a security blanket?
Yeah, but I don't need it anymore.
Oh, Daddy, did you hear that?
Yep, I heard it.
That's the sweetest, dearest thing I ever heard.
This kid kills me.
Gramps,
What is it, Precious?
is this a good time to ask you for a raise in my allowance?
No, Precious. Gin. I hope I caught you with the bundle.